Here's Jacob Smith. His shot, he scores! Centering pass. Oh, what a sensational save. It's 2-on-1. Here's Chesson winding up for one-timer. Savino, he scores! Chong with a brilliant move. She scores! Shoots, he scores!
Welcome into the A-High Network, everybody, here on YouTube Live, getting ready for the second of our girls' Final Four doubleheader. Loyola Ramblers going up against the Fenwick Friars, winner to the United Center to face off against the Barrington Phillies in the state championship game. My name is Dylan Ward. Rudy Hodgson to my right. Max Anderson down at ice level. We're going to hear from head coach of the Loyola Ramblers, DJ LeVar. Max, down to you.
Thank you, Dylan. We got DJ LeVar here. DJ, you got Shira Wine starting in net. You have 1A, 1B. You have two outstanding goaltenders. Shira gets to start. What are you looking for from tonight?
Just making saves, right? I mean, it's like she's kept us in the games before. Last time we played them, we got outplayed a little bit, and she kept us in the game. So it's just Shira's just making saves, giving us an opportunity to win.
You guys are one game away from playing at the United Center. Is that something that you've talked to your team about? What is their mentality going into this game, knowing that they can play their next game at the United Center?
It's Fenwick. That's it. We haven't talked about anything else. Haven't talked about getting to UC. It's like this is the game, right? If you look past this game, you might not have tomorrow, right? So this is the only game that matters.
Laser focus. I love it. Good luck, DJ.
Thank you.
Back up to you, Dylan.
Thank you, Max. As we continue warm-ups here with 1:30 to go, of course, DJ LeVar, also the coach for the boys team, Loyola Gold. He has a long day ahead of him here at the Edge. Loyola Gold has a game in the boys Elite 8 this evening against Glenbrook South. They're looking to advance to the Final Four for the second consecutive year. As I said, we got a pretty big crew here, 8 people on the broadcast today. My name, Dylan Ward, Rudy Hodgson, our analyst, Max Anderson down at the sideline, Jimmy Olson, as always, our technical director, Joe DeGrand controlling your clock, our technical engineer, and Matt Freeman, Patrick Loftus, and Joel Schneider all operating our different cameras we have throughout the barn. And well, we saw a dominant performance by the Barrington Broncos. I don't think either of these teams really are, wanting to play Barrington based on what they've seen. But, obviously you play the games for a reason. Barrington, the clear 1 seed, but we'll see what these two teams have to offer.
Well, I guarantee you neither team is thinking about Barrington right now, and much less if they are thinking about it, they aren't thinking, well, this is the number 1 team. We're not going to really stand a chance. They're thinking, let's get to the UC and let's go win this state championship. And, right now at the helm of both of these teams is strong goaltending, but you also look at the offense. Loyola's offense, they're 4th in the league so far this year, but you look at their point percentage so far, this team knows how to win. They know how to win close games, and they know how to beat you in a lot of different ways. And if Loyola wants to get that bid to the UC, that's exactly what they're going to need tonight. Today.
Yes, today.
It's still 10 in the morning. Not tonight, today.
15 minutes on the clock. Also just wanted to take an opportunity to thank the people at A-High who made this happen. John Dunn, the executive director, Jack Weinberg, the chairman, and director of communications, Jana Crossfelt. This is not possible without those people helping us get it all done. So thank you very much. Of course, J&M Media covered the girls' state championship last year, along with the combined red and even the JV state championship last year. But this is the first time we're doing a Final Four here for the girls' bracket. And we got a pretty exciting game early on. I mean, you look at the score, 6-1. Some might call it a blowout, but for me, that was an entertaining game.
Absolutely. As you see the roster here for the Loyola Academy, I mean, this team top to bottom is is so dangerous. And like we said earlier, they can beat you in such a wide variety of ways. But absolutely, the focus is not getting to the UC, so to speak. It's probably just getting past Fenwick. Beat them at your beat them here. Play your game. Do what you have to do. They have strong goaltending. I was watching her in the warm-up. Super dependable. Plays her position really well. And on the other end, you're looking at these Fenwick Friars and the way they're able to kind of pick the corners and really kind of create chances. Or not, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say create chances, but really kind of assert themselves and really get warm. I mean, I think we got a really good one on tap here.
Starting in net for this game, first for Loyola Academy, Shira Wine gets the nod. 3-2 record this season, 1.85 goals against average, .933 save percentage, and 2 shutouts to her name as well. Suli Daphnis gets the nod for the Fenwick Friars, 2-4-1 record this year, 2.57 goals against average, .864 save percentage, and 1 shutout. 15 minutes on the clock here. Fenwick as the designated home team, the number 2 seed, wears the white jerseys, takes the home bench, and will get the last change.
We haven't really talked so much about Fenwick here in the open. We do have to mention that these teams have met in the postseason before. Last season, it was Loyola getting the better of Fenwick. A little bit of a revenge tour here. We've said it before. We'll say it again. All roads lead to the UC. We're underway.
As West takes the puck for the Friars, plays it to the neutral zone. Barrett dumps it down along the boards, goes to the other side, and up high. Here's West with a shot, and a save there early by Wine.
That was a quick whistle, but that puck was still free right in front of Shira Wine. That's a bit of a break there for Loyola. Fenwick was in the doorstep, but quick whistle.
Fenwick, in spite of being the number 2 seed, it was a close call in the Elite Eight. They took down Glenbrook, a combined team of Glenbrook South and Glenbrook North, 3-2 in overtime to get here. As this one's dumped down, West below the line. They did outshoot Glenbrook heavily in that Elite Eight game, and they did get rewarded with that OT winner, but they were close to having their season end, and with this team that's number 2 seed, such high expectations, now they're playing Loyola. Silvestro pokes it ahead, can't get past Klein. Now back in the Fenwick zone. Here's Wolkstein for the Friars, getting this one ahead, but it goes to Bella Getz. Sadie Klein over the line, takes a shot, that's steered away by Daphnis. Getz has it again, right, left point shoots, that's blocked by the skates of her teammate, Klein. Now Kerrigan can't get to the puck before Hamilton does, and Hamilton will send it all the way down. There will be no icing here, and Getz will take over. Ledoux for the Friars. Intercepted by Goetz. And ahead it goes for Kerrigan. Kerrigan over the line, takes a shot. That was going wide, but steered away by the blocker of Daphnis. Now the Friars. Giglione to Ledoux. Ahead to neutral ice for Rose Smiley. Rose Smiley can't hang on to the puck here, and Abby Hunting will dump it down. Behind the cage, it's McMahon, and it leaks out to neutral ice again. Both teams with a shot on goal. Nothing on the board here very early, not even 2.5 minutes into this Final Four matchup. Below the goal line, here's Loyola. Dara to Morgan. Kelly Morgan trying to wrap around, but that didn't work, so Caitlin Dill the other way. Dill over the line. Pass intercepted there by Maddie Quinn for the Ramblers. Dill back into the zone. Backhands it low. Taken here by Rose Smiley. Tried to center it, but it goes to the stick of Lauren Smith. Now Smith through the neutral zone. Weak wrister there, and it was blocked by June McMahon. Now Sramik Dropped it off here. Cerny taking a shot that's steered away by the pads. And the Ramblers get it out to neutral ice again. Might have a chance here. This long shot off the stick of Bowman was stopped by Daphnis, and that stops the clock with 11:38 to go in period one.
Well, the first 4 minutes have been controlled by the Ramblers. This last couple seconds here has been back and forth. Both teams generating offense as we look at Daphnis here. An 865 so far this season. They're going to rely on her because this Rambler offense is very strong, very fast, and very capable of putting the puck in the net.
Face off to her right. A little delay there, and finally the puck falls. Loyola takes it. Here's a shot from the right side by Kulevitz, and it's dumped back down. Bryn West in her own zone for the Friars. Plays it off the far boards. De Silvestro gets it, brings it into the zone. Lost the puck for a moment, got it back. Takes a shot that's blocked in close by Klein. Now a close chance there, and Loyola gets possession. They will come the other direction. Kerrigan, the reach there, and it'll be an icing with 11:02.
Dylan, you've already called Alessia Di Silvestro's name a couple of times for Fenwick. That is the focus on the Loyola side. They know they have to have focus as soon as she gets the puck in the zone. Leading point getter for this Fenwick team. They're clued in on her as anytime she gets the puck around the net.
13 goals, 5 assists for a total of 18. 2 assists against Glenbrook in the Elite Eight. For Di Silvestro. This shot got tipped on its way and goes high of the net.
Ella Scotti got a great tip, just missed the near post here.
Ledoux in the near corner, battling for the puck. Loyola finds it. Goes back up high. Here's Scotti with a shot, looking for a tip by Giglione. Below the goal line again. Fenwick with it. Hamilton. Mia Hamilton, her pocket picked, and it goes outside of the zone. West pulls it ahead of 2 Loyola defenders, then gets a great pass up to Scotti. Scotti puts on the brakes and plays it down to West. West up high. Caitlin Dill across for Ledoux. Slap shot. Blocked. Good block there by Loyola. That was Maddie Quinn, the captain. And this one gets cleared out to neutral ice. That's in the way of the skates. And eventually it will be thrown down. 9:48 to go in the first period here. Still scoreless between Fenwick and Loyola. Loyola trying to dump it down. Delayed off sides. They will just go for the dump down, and Wolkstein will grab it for the Friars. Play it to Ledoux near side corner. Ledoux with a pass out to neutral ice, intercepted cleanly by Bella Goetz. Ledoux to Dill. Near side half board's taken away by Klein, and she tried to send it down low, but it's sticked away by Wolkstein. Loyola pressuring in the attacking zone. Nothing to show for it yet. Here's Donato from the left side. That goes wide of the net. Goetz keeps it alive. Right point. Throws it in the direction of the net. Got tipped wide. Now here's another drive by Loyola. That one off the stick of Gabby Donato. And it was stopped by the goaltender, Daphnis.
A lot of traffic in front there. Almost getting the opener were the Ramblers, but up to the task here is the netminder for the Fenwick Friars. Great start.
Whoa, close to too many players on the ice there as it goes through the skates as Loyola was making a change, but didn't touch anything, and so also it will be an icing, stopping the clock with 8:30.
Let's take another look here. Clearly deflected in front. As you can't really get much of a look on that angle, unfortunately, but either way, very, very close to getting the opener here are the Ramblers to kind of assert themselves. They've kind of been dominating here early. It really applying pressure in the offensive zone, but nothing to really show for it so far.
And with a little convincing, Fenwick will bring the face-off all the way down to Loyola's zone after that icing. Not sure exactly what that was. maybe a faulty icing. Maybe it did indeed touch a skate of a Rambler on there. I don't know if you're hearing anything down there, Max.
Looks like he's getting an explanation right now, Max.
We'll drop the puck and
Calling it basically an errant whistle. They said there was a deflection in the middle of the ice. One linesman had the icing, the other didn't, and ultimately decided it wasn't icing.
Max Anderson, everybody, down at the Loyola bench at the moment. He'll be switching between Loyola's and Fenwick's throughout the night. Our sideline reporter throughout the morning. Sorry. This one goes up high to Quinn. Left side, takes a shot, deflected. That goes off the glove of Di Silvestro and out to neutral ice.
I think the biggest battle of the day has been the booth trying to figure out what time of day it is.
Can we get an over-under on that? How many mistakes, how many tonights will there be?
It'll be in the QC notes.
I was just going to say the QC report coming out tomorrow morning, gentlemen.
Not tomorrow night?
Touche, Dylan, touche.
All right, back to the hockey game. 7:30 to go in the first period. Still without a goal. This one tipped by Di Silvestro, and it'll be turned away.
Just talking about how active Di Silvestro is around the net. Almost led to the first goal there.
Battle for the puck up along the boards. Far side, West comes out with it. West from the left point, gets it down low. This is taken away by Maddie Quinn. Quinn gets it ahead. Just out of the reach, though, of Dara, and the Friars the other direction.
We've been talking about Di Silvestro so much. Ooh, that should be too many.
Yeah, that's a really good catch, Rudy. I was going to say it if you didn't. We saw a Fenwick skater put her skate on the ice. One of her teammates was going for a change, but the puck went right to her, and that is a missed call by the officials.
Well, I'm not sure if maybe they didn't call it because she didn't completely step on the ice. It's kind of like when someone has their leg over the boards. They're not technically in play. If that was the case, then I guess you kind of have to give the edge to the officials. And I'm not just saying that because we had an interview earlier. But I'll give the refs the benefit of the doubt on that one.
Klein to Morgan. Far side half boards in Loyola's territory. Morgan out to Hunting. Hunting ahead, missed a pass. It'll go on target, so no icing. And then putting a glove on it there is Sully Daphnis.
You mentioned Sadie Klein. It's a busy day here at the Edge for the Klein family. Of course, Sadie trying to punch her ticket to the United Center. Her brother Mac plays for Loyola Gold, and he'll be taking the ice, Dylan. You'll have the broadcast for that on the GBS digital network. But busy day for the Kleins. They're hoping to continue on and maybe get both of their twins to the United Center.
Busy day for DJ LeVar as well, head coach of both the boys and the girls for Loyola. Fenwick in their own zone. Here's West below the goal line. West try to pass. That's intercepted by the very Klein we were just talking about. It goes down into the corner, near side. Two players from each team in the scrum. Eventually pulling out with it is Kerrigan, and it's thrown in front and into the net. 5:30 to go in the first period, and out of nowhere, Loyola breaks the ice.
Absolutely. Applying pressure, getting bodies in front, and capitalizing on chances when you have the very limited space that Fenwick is giving you. Take a look at this. Eyes in the back of her head. Pass in front. Hard to miss from there. And just like that, not even 10 minutes into the period, Loyola gets the opener.
Lily Bowman. Just one goal for her in the regular season. Scored in the Elite Eight against Glenbrook. Against Maine, who Loyola played. And she gets a goal there.
What a time to get a little bit of heat, right? I mean, only one all season, and then the postseason, you turn into a different player. Goals in back-to-back games. That's what you want to see, some depth.
Some dangles here by Kerrigan, and a shot wide of the target. Here comes Fenwick. Wolkstein through the neutral zone. Wolkstein takes a shot, and that's into the glove of the goaltender. And, you know, for the parents of Wolkstein, not too hard to identify her on the ice. She's the only one with a purple helmet out there.
Absolutely, and if our loyal viewers have been paying attention, that's not the only purple helmet we've seen today. We've talked about just how many of these girls play against each other but also play with each other at the club level, and that's the case here. She might be the only one wearing purple in this game, but I assure you she's not the only one that's been wearing it so far today.
Here's a pass ahead and a breakaway for the Ramblers. Backhand shot by Dara and a save by Daffins.
Daffins up to the task, denies it from being 2-0. A huge save. She's pumped up over there on her end. She's feeling it.
Great stop by the goaltender. Now Fenwick in the attacking zone. This one down to the corner. Here's Giglione to the near side, Ledoux. Ledoux takes a shot. That's off the skates of a Rambler, and Loyola will get it again. Dara to the far side by the Rambler bench. Goes back into the Loyola zone for Quinn and out to neutral ice. Now this pass ahead, 3 Friars to beat. There for Hunning. She goes down below the goal line, and it's taken away by Fenwick. 2-on-2 rush here. Scotty with the puck. Lost it. And Goetz plays it ahead, and Hunning clears. 3:30 to go in the opening period here at the Edge Ice Arena in Bensonville, home of the state tournament. All the way up until the championship game, where both these teams are trying to punch a ticket to. That'll be at the United Center. Scotty through neutral ice, dumps it down, rings around the boards from right to left. Picking it up, far side is Barrett. And a quick shot from the left circle by Scotty is handled by Wine.
We take another look here at the breakaway. I mean, up, backhanded, nothing. Absolutely shutting the door. And you know what? I mean, early on in this game, you look back at moments like this when the game is tight. Remember that save if Fenwick is able to get a goal here before the period ends and really start to shift the momentum after Loyola dominated the first 13 or so minutes.
Sully Daphnis playing a good game so far. Obviously, Wine also playing a good game so far. Both teams with 5 shots on goal credited in this game at this point. Dill near side half boards. Caitlin Dill out to the neutral zone. Loyola with it. Maddie Quinn to the far side. Picking it up is Lily Bowman. She will dump it into the zone. Bowman gets it back. Throws it down low for Klein. Sadie Klein up to the left point, but her teammate Quinn just out of the reach of that. Maddie Quinn loses an edge, dumps the puck down while falling, and it's grabbed by Fenwick. They will come the other direction. It's Piagorski leading the charge for Loyola. Drop-off pass, goes right to the Friars. They'll look to get it out, and eventually they do force it out to neutral ice, just behind May Hamilton there, but Fenwick does bring it into the zone. Giglione around a defender, pulls it to her backhand and sends it high of the crossbar. Now near side corner, off the boards, and out to neutral. Giglione dumping this one down, goes below the goal line behind Wine. Loyola goaltender. Morgan Hallberg. Back. And to the right point it goes. They will dump it in again. Close to offsides, but no delayed call. We will continue here without the tag up. Now Hunning pulls it ahead, goes right to the stick of Wolkstein. Gives it across to Hallberg and sent back down to the purple helmeted Wolkstein. Centering pass just out of the reach of the Rambler. Hunning waiting in the slot. So now the other way comes Scotty for the Friars. Scotty pulls it ahead, gets around one defender, pass to her teammate, but nothing happened there, and eventually it kicks off the end boards and covered up by Wine.
Crisis averted at the other end. Clearly in front of the net was a wide open offensive player for the Ramblers, but barely getting a stick on it was the Friar netminder, and my goodness, it could have been a 2-on-0 in front of the net. What do you see, Max?
We talked about last game, a lot of these girls play on a travel team together outside of their high school teams and how good of friends they are. Guys, I'll be honest, I've seen a little bit more edge in this game. There's been a couple of pushing and shoving after. We did not see that in game one. These two teams are getting after it a little bit more reminiscent of the boys game, which gets a little chippier. These girls have definitely put aside any friendships in this game.
Even still, we haven't seen a penalty yet. West shoots, and that one, it's deflected wide of the target. Now Kerrigan pokes it ahead, and time expires here in the first period. That'll do it for the opening 15 minutes. 1 goal on the board by Lily Bowman, assisted by Julia Kerrigan, and Loyola ahead 1-0.
We've talked a lot about Di Silvestro, but we have to talk about West for the Friars. She's been sensational on the back line, absolutely asserting herself, really controlling the pace of the game defensively for the Friars. As a result, creating chances, and above all that, she's got a cannon, absolutely can tee one up. You saw her put one up on net right there. Not able to capitalize, but keep an eye out on her. She knows what she has to do to even this game. And if Loyola gives her more space, she'll do exactly that.
5 goals, 7 assists for Bryn West this season. Switch to the second period. 15 fresh minutes on the clock. Of course, we touched on it in the last game, but for those of you who are not tuned in, second period makes it a little bit harder to change players on the fly because your bench is in your attacking half of the ice. So when you're defending and, another team has got a lot of pressure on you, it's harder to make the sprint all the way back to your bench to change. So you can get tired out there. Usually we see some more goals in the middle frame.
Sure, absolutely. And we saw it last game, you know what I mean? The Barrington was able to capitalize, score 2 in the second. I think this is one of those situations really where the speed of the game really dictates everything. But, let's go down to ice level. Max, you got something down there. What do you got?
Yeah, Fenwick, yet to get on the scoreboard down 1-0 as we head into the second period, but the message in the huddle was still very defensive. We're talking about defensive zone coverage. Felt like they had a couple too many opportunities open for Loyola in that first period. They want to tighten that up going into the second.
I just love seeing Max down there just walking down. Camera got him. I mean, he's reporting on the ice in between periods. You got to love that dedication. You can get hit by a puck out there.
I do it for you all at home.
15 minutes. Second period action. We've switched sides, so Loyola goes left to right, Fenwick right to left from our perspective, opposite of the benches.
Real quick, how about this uniform matchup? I mean,
yeah.
Goodness gracious. These uniforms are silky. I mean, shades of Minnesota Duluth here for Loyola, and then, the Friars kind of keeping their namesake with the Providence-style jerseys. I mean, it looks nice.
It is a great matchup. Of course, interestingly, the higher-seeded team here at the state tournament for all levels, girls combined, red varsity, junior varsity as well. Home team has to wear white or a light color no matter what. And so Fenwick being the higher-seeded team with the white sweaters. This one thrown to the slot, and a rebound goes right to the stick of Ceramic, and she just puts it wide. Pass out to neutral ice. Here comes Julia Kerrigan, who had an assist in this game already. Looking for a goal there, and reaching out with the glove is Daphnis.
A good start here for Fenwick as they're able to kind of start putting some shots together. Not exactly finding the target, but at least able to start creating chances and kind of open up the ice a little bit, especially in the offensive zone.
1 minute, 9 seconds into the second period here. 1-0 to Loyola. Lily Bowman with the goal. Fenwick leads shots on goal 9-6. As we get ready for a face-off in Fenwick's territory. And then a little bit of an equipment issue now, as we can see Di Silvestro checking something out. And looks like we're ready for the puck drop. Loyola wins it. Goetz shoots it. Save made by Daphnis. Rebound in the blue paint area. Sort of a loose puck. Almost eluded Daphnis, but she stayed on top of it. Now here comes DiSilvestro for the Friars. Into the zone, puts on the break, centers it, tipped on target, and the save is made by Wine. Now Wolkstein takes another shot. That one missed. DiSilvestro picks it up, near side corner, grabbed by Loyola. And behind the net, Piagorski throws it to the far side, where eventually Dara gets it ahead.
DiSilvestro is such a good skater. Just the way she's able to kind of slow things down and kind of really, I mean, how many times have we said today? Just in general, just control the pace, and that's exactly what she does. What a great power move to create a chance.
I'm not sure what look we had on that in the live. Hopefully we can get in the replay. That was a no-look pass from DiSilvestro, getting that puck into the slot. That was really good vision on her part.
Sure, at the next stoppage, we'll take a peek, which is now. 12:42 to go in the second period, 1-0 Loyola. And now we will get a look at that pass, and yeah, you called it, Max. Just a no-look pass right to the slot. And boy, that's a quick chance that Wine does not have a lot of time to react.
And even if there isn't somebody in front, that's such a high IQ play to really just get things to the net. You never know what kind of offense is going to be generated if you don't get it there. And DiSilvestro, very smart, very technically sound too. Excellent skater, great playmaker, and you're seeing it in full force here in the second.
Quick save for Daphnis off the face-off. We'll run it back and apparently run it back again. Third time's a charm. Left circle, Lauren Smith for Loyola versus Elizabeth Cerny for the Friars.
See a lot of Rambler uniforms in the stands here. I imagine players that aren't dressed today, but you got to love that kind of support, being out here for your team. You know, you have a chance to go play at the UC. You got to love the support that they're getting, and we got a good turnout here in the crowd as well.
It may not look like it on your screen with all the empty seats you're seeing, but it's because the fans are here on our side.
They want to hear the call.
Yeah, pretty full on your guys' side, I will say.
They want to hear the call. They're on this side. They don't want to go to that side.
Exactly. The live play-by-play. Anyway, here's Loyola. Kelly Morgan gets it ahead. Abby Hunning dumped it down into the corner. McMahon pressuring for the Friars. Eventually, Fenwick's going to grab it here. Caitlin Dill. Maybe a 3-on-2. Dill ahead of one. Backhand try. That just misses the crossbar. West barely keeps it in the zone. We'll send it deep. Friars will go for a line change. And Loyola plays it out. McMahon chases it down. It just slows up. And right by the Rambler bench, they battle for it again. Just one goal in the game. Happened with 5:30 left in the first period. Lily Bowman assisted by Kerrigan by Loyola. And that's all we've got on the scoreboard. No penalties either as of yet. Here's an icing stopping the clock at 11:07.
Guys, for this Fenwick team, one of the things we talked about Mason Strom about on Friday was there's a freshman class here that really led them, or I should say senior class since they were freshmen, that were getting ready to play their state semifinal game. And then COVID shut everything down. And since then, it's been a bit of a wonky hockey schedule. We talked about during the last game, kind of a half, not real season in 21. And then last season, the state championship being here. These seniors now are really focused. They want the opportunity to play at the United Center. They feel like they were robbed as freshmen. These Fenwick girls think they're going to get there as seniors.
And you know, for a senior playing high school hockey, at whatever level it is, to be in the class of 2023 is basically perfect timing for your senior year to finally get this game back to the United Center and, you know, really make that final run to get somewhere that you dreamt about but has only been an available opportunity this season.
I mean, it's also one of those things where, I mean, if the game wasn't even at the United Center, say if it was just at a hole-in-the-wall rink, the fact that these girls as seniors get a chance to play for a state championship, that's exactly what you're playing for, right? I mean, it's not about the venue, it's not about the all that stuff. You're playing to win a ring and to really carry your school to the very top of the mountain, and that's exactly what Fenwick is trying to do. We spoke to head coach just a couple days ago, and that's exactly what they want. They're one step away from getting there.
Here's another no-look pass to the slot, this time by Barrett, taken away by Loyola. Here comes Kerrigan. Kerrigan around a defender. Julia Kerrigan just puts it wide.
That didn't miss by very much.
Without a stick is one of the Fenwick skaters. That's Wolkstein. Now in the corner. Stick just sitting there. As they battle for possession, Di Silvestro gets it. Nice move to get around Dara. Di Silvestro over the line with speed. All the way down to the other goal line. Throws it on top of the net. And it's steered away.
Talk about best on best with Maddie Quinn defensively for Loyola and Di Silvestro. That is going to be a fun matchup to watch for the next 25 minutes.
Quinn getting the better of Di Silvestro on that one, absolutely shutting her off to the outside, not letting her get that great of a shot off, if any at all, really. Not really sure if they'll credit her with one there, but Di Silvestro using the speed to her advantage, but Quinn up to the task, shutting things down very, very composed, very square to the offense.
8:50 left in the second period. Thrown to the net, tipped on its way, and stopped by Wine. Fenwick still in the attacking zone. Caitlin Dill can't get it ahead, and so the other way comes Addison Dara. Brought back into the zone. Dara gets it back, dumps it in. Now off the boards. This one brought up by Rose Smiley. It's past her, and Loyola will take it. Lauren Smith with a shot, guarded by West, and West got a tip on it to send it wide. Now near side. Dump low. To the corner it goes. Another scrum for the puck. Cerny and Smith involved. And eventually it comes up high. Fenwick able to force it out of the zone. Halfway through regulation here at the Edge Ice Arena. Just one goal on the board belongs to Loyola's Lily Bowman. Now Morgan shoots, turned away by Daphnis.
As we approach the halfway mark of this period, so much more back and forth here. Both teams really giving it. And this is probably the polar opposite of the last game that we saw. Barrington kind of dominated the second period. This one's wide open. Both teams really letting each other have it.
Loyola leads shots in this period 6-3. For the entire game, these teams even at 11 apiece. Ledoux from a knee. Tried to clear it out, kept alive by Maxid for Loyola. Comes to the near side corner. Looking to poke it out, Klein, half boards. Tried to send it low again, but now Fenwick finds it, brings it ahead. Here comes Cermak. Down to the corner, Di Silvestro centers it. Tipped away at first, and then on the rebound, they fight for it, trying to poke it in. And the goaltender, Wine, says no.
Wine, very composed. Gives herself the space to really shut things down and slow the play down as Di Silvestro in front. That's a heavy weapon to leave a little bit of space, but Wine, very composed, very calm, squeezes it, slows things down with 6:29 left in the middle period.
Saw some of Wine's statistics flash on your screen. Nice little graphic there by Jimmy the Wiz Olsen.
The Wiz.
Always getting better. Every single game. There's just more surprises. Quinn has it for Loyola. Back below her goal line. Maddie Quinn Out to neutral ice, tipped ahead. Klein racing for it, but McMahon wins that race for Fenwick, and she'll take over. This one takes a funny hop off the glass and goes on net, stopping play.
Once again, at the point, it's Quinn, really just trying to get it deep, but it takes a silly hop off the stanchion and goes in front. And really, how scary does that have to be if you're a netminder? I mean, just seeing a crazy bounce and all of a sudden the puck's in front of you. Fortunately, nobody in front to pick up the loose change, but that's what happened on that play. It looks like hit the corner of the Zamboni door where the little plastic is. Hopped in front.
Quinn scores! What a shot by Maddie Quinn, the captain, and that's 3 goals in her last 2 games. 2-0 for the Ramblers.
She's like Beetlejuice. You say her name too many times, she's going to pop up, and that's exactly the case. A shot from the point from Quinn. Seeing eye shot. Daphnis had no chance, and as a result, it's 2-0 here in the second.
How about the Loyola captain? 3 goals in the regular season in 17 games. She's got 3 goals in 2 games here in the playoffs. The captain, the defensive stalwart, continues to carry this Loyola team in the playoffs.
With a C on her chest, number 95 in maroon. Maddie Quinn adds to Loyola's scoring. And it's now a 2-0 lead for Fenwick to fight. Piagorski in her own zone. Cerny centers it, goes all the way to the far side. Maddie Quinn sure seems to be a fan favorite over here at the Loyola fan section.
Absolutely. The captain leading by example, getting on the score sheet and getting into the hearts of the Loyola faithful here.
Wolkstein shoots, that gets blocked. Dill on the rebound from the point. Also got blocked. Now Dara gets it out of the zone. Chasing after the puck. Pinned up against the boards and hit. Sramick gonna take it for the Fenwick Friars. Still a lot of hockey to be played. Just shy of 20 more minutes of action here. A lot can happen, but it's Loyola with the lead 2-0. Missed pass here. Will go all the way down. Icing waved off as the puck slowed up. Here's Hamilton. Hamilton, nice move to get around Smith. May Hamilton cuts to the right side, takes a shot, and that gets blocked. Loyola punches it out to neutral ice. 4 minutes to play before the break. Don't forget, if you're just joining us, didn't happen to catch this morning's game between Barrington and New Trier. Unlike the regular season for the girls, we will have a second period intermission. Hamilton, great move. And that one hits the end boards, and almost a quick chance there for Hamilton again, but steered away. But there will be that full Zamboni intermission. The girls will get a chance to head to the locker room, take a breather. Obviously, so will we. And that's very different from what it usually is, and a quick whistle here to stop play with 3:28.
We get the chance to do a few girls' games this season. Of course, the rivalry series brought us a few more of these semifinals. Dylan, I don't know about you. I think this has been the most physical girls' hockey game that I've called over the last couple of years. In the corners, they're using their bodies to pin each other up way more than we saw earlier today. This has been a physical game.
Oh, absolutely. It's been very physical. And not only that, but, leading up to the penalty has to be that shift from Hamilton. I mean, just creating chances, great skating, almost creates a chance in front of the net. And as a result, Loyola on their heels, they're tired. They have to get a change. As a result, it's a bad one. And assistant coach Pentimoni, very vocal with her team.
So we got our first power play for either side of this game. 6 power play goals on the year for Fenwick, tied for second most in the Metro Girls League. Klein forces it out, neutral ice. West slides it to her teammate with a shot. That gets blocked. Scotty with the drive. She'll recover in the corner. Scotty up high. West slap shot, deflected, and goes wide to the left.
That hit Maddie Quinn square in the face mask there, that shot from the point.
Yeah, I thought I saw her laboring a little bit after that one.
Drive from the left point, almost took a crazy deflection into the net, but just missed the left post. West has it in her own zone. Here's a steal for Loyola. In on net, couldn't get around one defender. With a great play there was Morgan Hallberg. 50 seconds to go on this power play. DiSilvestro by her bench. Looks for an option. Will bring it into the zone herself. She takes a shot that gets blocked. Rebound behind the cage. And it'll be thrown up high by West.
I think Bella Goetz has about 5 blocked shots in the last 3 minutes alone. She's not letting shots get in on Shira Wine.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Offense wins you games, but defense wins you championships, and that's exactly what they've been able to provide. So many blocks. At the helm of one of those was Quinn, who took one off the face mask, but she seems to be all right, still out there killing this penalty.
Just 5 seconds left on the power play for Fenwick. As they bring it up ice, it'll go down into the Loyola zone. Tip, so no icing. And out of the box comes Mary Balsick. Rose Smiley down below the line, picked up by the Ramblers. Here's Maddie Quinn with the most recent goal in this game. Quinn chips it into the zone. McMahon will take it for Fenwick. 1 minute to play in the period, as the PA announcer lets us know. Rose Smiley taken away by Donato of the Ramblers. Gabby Donato kept alive by McMahon while falling, gets a pass over, and the centering try by Ceramic wouldn't go. Then they fight for it, and putting a glove on it there is Wine.
Wine, what a save. Gets over, gets her glove on it and a pad as well. Able to shut things down here. Go ahead, Max.
Rudy, one of the things DJ LeVar raved about Shira Wine is her ability to move laterally in net. One of the reasons that ultimately decided to go with Shira Wine, that's the first time we've seen that clearly on display, her ability to move laterally, and keeps this game a shutout for Loyola.
Well, you said the forbidden word, Max.
It's the second period. We're still allowed.
14 for 14 in the Rambler net. Just 23 seconds in the period before the break. Can either team find one more goal before we head to the locker room? Hamilton down low, taken away by the Ramblers. Just 10 on the clock now. It'll go to the corner. They battle for it. Pinned up against the board, and Fenwick gets it out with one last second chance. They don't have time to set anything up. And zeros on the clock here at the Edge Ice Arena in Bensonville. 2-0 for the Ramblers, a goal in each period for Loyola, nothing for Fenwick. Fenwick leads shots on goal 14-12 after 2, and that's where we stand.
Absolutely, as you take a look here at the goals put together by our man, the Wiz, Jimmy Olsen. I mean, it's one of those things right now where Loyola, they're playing their game. They're doing everything they've been doing all season long, and as a result, they go into this intermission with a 2-point lead and a 15-mile hike to the UC.
Rudy, real quick, one thing that's just sticking out so clearly is Loyola completely taken away the middle of the ice in their defensive zone. They've forced everything wide. That's their game plan. They don't want to give up any space in the middle of the ice, and they're executing it to a T.
Absolutely.
All right, so with that, we are going to take a timeout, mute our mics, but stay right here on the air. Jimmy the Wiz Olsen has some highlights queued up for you fine people watching from home, so don't go anywhere. We will be right back for the third and final period of our doubleheader. Welcome back to the A-High Network here on YouTube. The second leg of our doubleheader and just one more period of regulation time to go. Loyola and Fenwick. Loyola with a goal in each period to put them up by a score of 2-0. Heading into this final frame, Dylan Ward, Rudy Hodgson, and Max Anderson with you. Max down at the bench. We'll hear from him in just a moment as the teams warm up. And looks like we're going to get a chance to send it down to Max. He's down with head coach of Fenwick, Mason Strom.
Thank you, Dylan. Mason, you guys got 14 shots on goal through 2 periods, but yet to get on the scoreboard. What do you have to do in the third here to get 2?
Well, we got to figure out a way to get around. I mean, they're clogging the middle with 3 players, and every time we shoot, there's like a sea of shin guards. So we just got to work a little harder to build more time and space and create those shooting lanes.
You start this third period with a 2-minute power play, a penalty right at the end of the second there. What do you need to see in these first 2 minutes?
I think, obviously a goal would be nice, but even if we don't come up on this power play, just some positive momentum and generating scoring chances.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck. Guys.
All right, so Gabby Donato in the bench, tripping, and here on the official scorecard, they gave the penalty at 0-0 of the period.
I did briefly speak with the referee. She said it happened literally at the end of the play, right at about a second left in the corner, the tripping call. I wanted to get some clarification because none of us saw it, but they said it was tripping clear as day, so Fenwick's going to start on the power play.
All right, well, a great opportunity for the Friars, down by 2, rested up on a fresh sheet of ice. Di Silvestro over the line, left wing side, fires just high of Wine's net. Now to the near side, it's Morgan Hallberg below the net, cleared just out of there by Loyola. Delayed offsides, Fenwick tags up, and that lets Loyola with get a bigger clear down the ice.
Guys, not much time between the time the Zamboni got off the ice and these players got on here. It's still very wet down here on the ice.
Yeah, we can see it from up here. I'm sure you get an even better picture down there, Max, by the bench. West, and that one just gets deflected high by Wine.
You got to be careful. That stuff can really throw off your timing, especially when you're shooting or trying to get into the slot or make a pass, especially on the power play. You just saw it right there.
Absolutely.
I like that. We were on cue there, Max. I like it. I like it.
Let's talk about the players making the broadcasters look good. That's what it's all about right there.
Yeah, and especially, guys, when you're not used to taking that intermission in the locker room, when these girls come out to start a game when the Zamboni is freshly done, they get an entire 5-minute warm-up period before the game actually starts. So definitely really crisp ice down there and a little bit wet, as you said, Matt.
And it is something I asked each coach about. I asked, getting this ice cut, you get the break. Is that something, especially at the end of that second period, does your mentality change? They said, absolutely. We're going to double shift a little bit more. I think we saw it at the end of that second period. So it is something that all of the coaches talk to their teams about and plan for.
Exactly. I mean, it's got to throw you off. I mean, there's one thing about, staying cold. Oh, my goodness.
Puck caught up in the equipment there. Lily Bowman, and she's really laboring on her way off.
She took a pretty good snapshot to the belly.
Evans' shot gets deflected and one hops by the blue paint area, and Wine puts a glove on it. Power play already over. Fenwick 0 for 2 on the advantage here this morning.
Give a little bit of credit here to Loyola. The way the Ramblers have been able to really shut things down as they try to get into the zone. I mean, they've been able to kind of keep them in the neutral zone, not giving them a lot of chance to really break into the offensive zone. And whenever they do, they have people there to kind of play it off the board. It's fundamental hockey, especially when you're defending a lead.
Here's a steal. Piagorski catches up to the puck. Left side, throws it to the blue paint. Looking for a tip there from Kerrigan, didn't find it.
This game is physical, absolutely physical. They are hitting each other. Look here.
Hamilton gets it, and Ceramic scores! And Fenwick gets on the board and cuts the lead down to 2-1 with 12:25 to go in the third period.
It's all about getting your chances and capitalizing when you get them, and that's exactly what the Fenwick Friars have done here. A nice look, an even better shot by Ceramic, and just like that, The 2-goal lead is just one. What a shot.
And you could feel the exhale on the bench. The tension was rising, especially after they didn't score on that power play. And getting on the scoreboard, this Fenwick side's energy is taking a 180 here.
And I don't know if you saw it, but Daphnis loving it in the goal crease, banging her stick. She's been high energy all game long. Taking a deep breath of the Friars. They finally get on the board.
Gabby Sramick, 2 assists last game in the Elite Eight for the Friars against Glenbrook. Gets a goal here to her name, and Fenwick's only goal of the game so far. Collision down at the far side, and Loyola will dump it back in. Plenty of time here in this one.
Absolutely, and you look at them not being able to capitalize on the power play, and you think, can they even get it into the zone?
Di Silvestro pulls it ahead, loses it, Loyola will clear it.
But they've been able to do exactly that.
Wolkstein finds West, and they throw it into the zone, tipped, so no icing. Loyola will catch up to it here below the goal line. Quinn kept in the zone by Rose Smiley, got it to Dill, and Dill couldn't handle the puck cleanly. Now Dill centers it, Rose Smiley again with a chance, but couldn't connect on that.
You can feel the ice starting to tilt there. If Dill was able to corral that puck with both hands and really get firm on it, she would have been able to at least try to get a shot in just beyond her reach.
Rudy, you're talking about shifting of the ice. That was a needed icing for Loyola. They've been on their heels the last couple of minutes here. And of course, in high school hockey, you still get to change, so no tired body stuck on the ice, but
now looks like they're bringing the face-off back down to the Fenwick zone. Not sure what's going on. The Fenwick bench getting an explanation from the referee.
So is Max. When you look at him, he's down there. He's trying to get an answer for us.
We'll figure that out in just a moment, but for now, Loyola wins the face-off. This shot just goes wide of the net. Now near side half boards, they battle for it. Evans will take it for the Friars. Max, what do you got?
Yeah, it was the same correction as we saw in the first period where apparently it made contact with somebody on Fenwick. I don't know about you guys. We certainly didn't see that down here.
No, definitely didn't anything up here. Didn't see anything up here, but something goes in the favor of the Ramblers, who desperately need it after the Friars applied a lot of pressure over the last 3.5 minutes, resulting in a goal shot from West wide. That was the play-by-play of me just taking over. I apologize.
It's all good. That's what a good team is about.
We've got 3 play-by-play guys on this broadcast.
Rose Smiley centers it. Waiting there is Dill. Backhander goes down to the far corner. For Loyola. Here's Goetz, near side, trying to get it out, kept alive by West. Big time wrist shot, and it bounced a couple times between the pads of Wine, but ultimately not across the goal line.
Wine couldn't corral it. This one just kind of throws her for a ring here as she got it with the glove, goes between her legs. I thought it was going to be loose behind her, but she was able to squeeze and salvage that save, as that one definitely tricked her up a little bit.
Jimmy, I don't know if you have the goal cam angle of that save, but I'd be really interested to take a look at the next whistle, because this shot, it's blocked. That puck really looked like it was going to sneak through and into the net. I'd love to get the behind angle of that. Here's a stoppage in play.
As we take another look here from behind the net. That one takes a hop. No, never really got through. From our angle, it looked like it definitely could have squeaked through, but it didn't.
It was definitely rattling around. I saw what you saw too, Dylan, in the front. That puck was definitely loose, and Wine just holding those pads tight, not letting anything through.
Well, that's the postseason, right, guys? I mean, you're kind of a little tense. You want to play as smooth as possible, but sometimes you just can't. Fundamental things just kind of sneak right past you in the postseason.
Fenwick Friars with all the momentum here. 9:16 to go, they trail by 1. Here's Morgan for Loyola, looking to extend the lead, but can't get past a couple defenders. Here's Sramick, the scorer of the goal for Fenwick early this period. Left circle now, here's Barrett. Di Silvestro down in the corner. Up high to McMahon. Left point. McMahon off the boards, gets it back down to DiSilvestro. DiSilvestro, backhander to the blue paint area, but taken away by Loyola. Here comes Maddie Quinn the other direction. Quinn over the line, gets ahead of one. Maddie Quinn, tough angle, and maybe a piece there
Just
for the
got
goaltender.
a piece of it. Did Daphnis. That looked like it was headed for the top right shelf. Huge stop.
Clock keeps ticking here. 8 minutes and 18 seconds to go in regulation time. Loyola 2-1. The centering pass just out of the reach. Barely kept in the zone. Safely, says the linesman. Now a hit down into the corner. Near side half boards. We're going to get a penalty called with 8:03 to go.
Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Is this just the second penalty of the game here? The one to open up the period and then this one?
There was also that too many men on the ice call.
Fenwick bench, by the way, guys. Obviously the penalty happened, but felt like it should have been offsides, and frankly, I agree. I'm right here on the blue line. Should have been offsides as that puck got outside the zone. The penalty happened against Fenwick about 5 seconds later. Fenwick bench getting a little bit frustrated on that.
Well, between the call or the missed offsides and then the icing that they didn't get in their favor, that's got to be a very frustrating couple minutes for Coach Storm, who, you know, his team had all the momentum, and now they're kind of, it's not exactly slipping quite yet, but not exactly in their favor.
Loyola on the power play for the first time in this game. Out the right circle. Goats up high. Shot, and that got blocked. Here comes Fenwick the other way. Caitlin Dill leads the charge. She shoots, and a big save by Wine. Fenwick looking for their first shorty of this season.
We take another look at the save here. Very calm, cool, and collected is Wine. A little deep in her net, but not a problem. Cuts off the angle, and as a result, right into the breadbasket. No rebound. A good save by number 50.
Both these teams looking for bids at the United Center to go against the Barrington Phillies. This shot gets blocked. It'll go all the way down. And a little miscue. It's punched into a wide open net. Sadie Klein gets the goal on the power play, and Loyola leads 3-1.
A detrimental mistake there by Daphnis. Hesitated a little too much there trying to play the puck. Extended her stick. Probably just should have kept it simple there. And as a result, capitalizing are the Ramblers. Made a save there on the poke, but just couldn't get the second one. Terrible mistake.
You talk about swings and momentum in a hockey game. Everything was going Fenwick's way the first 5 minutes of this third period. A couple of bad breaks, a penalty, and then another bad break, and right back where they started this third period.
If I'm Fenwick, you know, maybe you save it, maybe you keep it in your back pocket, but now is not the worst time in the world for a TO. We'll keep playing for now. DiSilvestro out of the zone, pulls it ahead. She has numbers, it's a 2-on-1. Takes the shot, crossbar. So close, we've seen the iron a few times this morning. And right in front, they score! Samantha Barrett with goals in back-to-back games here in the state tournament. And just like that, don't blink, it's 3-2.
Barrett, DiSilvestro, those two, absolutely dynamite. Take a look at this. Centering pass, gets through, finishing. And after the chance that goes off the crossbar for DiSilvestro, she gets the assist. 3-2. Max, swings and momentum. How many times are you going to say it?
I mean, swings and momentum, and guys, everyone's having a good time down here. Even the refs just looked at each other and said, what a game. They are absolutely correct. This is what state semifinal hockey is all about.
So now that mistake by Daphne, a little more costly, it appears now. That looked close to offsides, but no call.
Well, certainly the difference right now is that mistake, but right now they're not focused on the mistake. They're focused on getting the equalizer. They're right back where they were just a couple minutes ago. The focus remains the same. Let's square this thing up, and let's get a couple wins here.
DiSilvestro, who had the assist on that goal. Lobs it, blue paint, and a glove on top of it for Wine.
And I like that play for DiSilvestro. Get it, get a whistle, get the change you need because she's gassed, but keep the puck in the offensive zone to create a little more offense. Let her team kind of work something up, draw a play up, see if they can get that puck in the back of the net a third time. Just another high IQ play from DiSilvestro, who clearly has a very high knowledge of how to play this game.
Loyola looking for some insurance. They will dump it into the zone. McMahon will take it for the Fenwick Friars. Near side half boards. Puck comes free. Klein takes a shot, and that gets blocked. Ceramic in her own zone. Ahead, just out of the reach of her teammate. And another glove on top of the puck for Wine. 5.5 to go in the third. It's a 1-goal lead for the Ramblers here at the edge.
Look who's back out, ready to go. That top unit of Dill, Cerny. Evans back out there as well. I think McMahon will stay out. Is getting a breather.
We'll drop the puck at the left face-off circle. It's won cleanly by Loyola. Ramblers skate through neutral ice. Over the line, down the right wing side. This one's poked below the goal line. Near side centering pass, kicked away. Now here comes Rose Smiley. Rose Smiley into the zone over the line. Dropped it off Cerny. Cerny got her pocket picked, and it's taken by Loyola, and diving to get it out of the zone is Lauren Smith. Good play there. And this one fired into the Fenwick bench. That'll stop play. We're down to the final 5 minutes of this one. 4:56 to be precise.
Yeah, we're getting to crunch time now, and now's where you start to take chances, really. If you're Fenwick, you got to start thinking about, all right, we're going to really need the equalizer. We need it quick because they don't want to head into that final minute with, needing to pull the goaltender and put themselves in a vulnerable position where they can give up that 4th goal. So right now, if you're Coach Storm, you want to equalize, and you want to equalize fast.
Off the boards and out of the zone. Maddie Quinn gave it up. Here comes Fenwick. Samantha Barrett looking for another one. She puts this one wide. Scotty thrown to the center again. Taken away by the Ramblers. Kelly Morgan. Some help, gets it outside the zone. Now Hunting. Klein. Centers it. Goes back for Klein. Here's a shot and a save by Daphnis.
Huge save from Daphnis, especially after making the mistake earlier. I'm sure it feels good to kind of help keep her team back in it.
Speaking of Daphnis, assuming the score stays the same, we'll keep a close eye down to our left. See when they elect to pull the goalie in favor of a 6th attacker. Here's another shot by Loyola and another save for Daphnis.
A little extracurricular there from Quinn. I don't know, do you have anything to add there, Max?
And some chatter on the way down. I saw mostly smiles, but you can tell this 1-goal hockey game with 4 minutes to go. These teams want to get to the United Center badly.
4 minutes flat remain.
The
Got a good one here.
The Barrington Phillies wait on. They will play the winner on professional ice. Under 4 minutes to play. This one lobbed out of the zone. Catching up to it here is Hamilton. She gets a shot away, but racing in there to block it with a stick was Lauren Smith. Now the Friars, this one leaks outside the zone.
Hamilton is such a spark plug. She's so quick. Just kind of creates chances out of nothing. We saw it in the second, and we just saw it there.
Into the zone for the Friars, Giglione. And it's dumped out by the Ramblers. 3:20 to go, third period.
Loyola was able to get 4 fresh bodies and got some tired bodies on the ice for Fenwick if they can't clear here.
They've been stuck up against these near side boards for almost 10-15 seconds now. Still no whistle. That clock keeps ticking. And eventually the puck comes free. Fenwick has possession. To the near side and glove down. Here's Giglione again. Dumped all the way down. No icing as Hamilton centers it. It goes right to Balsick, though. Kept in the zone by Dill. Caitlin Dill down low. Threw it to the blue paint, but nobody there to get a stick on it for Fenwick. Still in it. Still in the net is Daphnis for now with 2.5 to go in the third. Loyola, Klein, whiffed on a shot, then on the rebound, here's one, also saved. Then they try and tuck it to the backhand and home, unable to do so. Loyola so close to goal number 4 there.
The left pad of Daphnis just getting the very tip of her skate to deflect it wide of the net. Unbelievable save, keeping her team in the game.
Oh, and that's a great view here. This will be an even better view. Oh, yeah, just enough, Max. You had a great view of that. I'm sure the bench liked it, too. 2:13 to go. Fenwick will get the face-off in their attacking zone.
So all eyes now on the net of Fenwick and Daphnis. We'll see if Fenwick gets possession here off the draw, if they opt to take her. Trying to listen into the bench, get a little bit of their idea. No indication yet.
We'll keep a close eye as this faceoff is won by Fenwick. McMahon takes a shot, gets deflected wide. Now Barrett up high. West takes a shot, that gets deflected again and goes wide. And now a whistle to stop play.
Penalty, and Fenwick's going to take a timeout.
So Fenwick is going to head to a power play. With 1:59 on the clock, it'll essentially be a power play for the remainder of regulation here, as Donato will have a seat in the penalty box.
It looked like a cross check to me, but you know, it's one of those things where now you got to capitalize. As we take a look here at the tense moments here, the rebound no good. Loyola will go to the PK for the rest of regulation. Fenwick timeout. You already know the deal. You got to love these pressure cooker situations, man. Oh, my goodness. This is what playoff hockey is all about.
So the question is Daphnis going to start on the bench and they'll go with the 6-on-4, or does she start in her cage and they wait until maybe the 1:30 mark to bring her out? If you're the coach, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly what I was going to say. If I was Mason Storm, honestly, I would probably try to control the pace of the power play for 30-ish seconds. Around that 1:30 mark is when I'm starting to look at it. I wouldn't start 6-on-4. I would really kind of want to establish my system, get my players where they need to be, and then that 6th person could come in and really start to kind of be the floater around the situation. I mean, I'm not really sure what system he traditionally plays, but get somebody in front.
Yeah, I agree with you, Rudy. I would think for at least the first 30 seconds, if not the first 60 seconds, they're going to stay 5-on-4. No reason necessarily to expose it, their own net. I think if they get inside of a minute, they would consider pulling the goalie, but they'll take advantage of the extra skater here in the first part.
Well, not only that, it's the face-offs really that are so tricky, because if you have an open net, they can dump it, no icing,
right,
one.
The
2, if they get it on net, wide open, I mean, I think that if you have Daphnis in net, have her play a little more aggressively, maybe up in the.
I stand corrected, gentlemen. Wow. They're going to pull Daphnis here. They're going to start 6-on-4.
Well, I'm not the head coach, so I'm not. We could speculate all we want, but here we go. The crowd is getting into it. 2 minutes left.
DiSilvestro to take the face-off. Loyola wins it. They'll try and dump it out. West keeps it in the zone. West gets it back. Passes to Scotty. Found by the Ramblers at the corner, trying to clear it out. Kept alive by West again. Scrum for the puck by the Rambler bench, and it's ultimately thrown back down below the goal line. West gets it back up high left point. Looking for Scotty, far side half boards. Goats pinning it up against the boards. 1:30 to go. Thrown to the net by Dill. DiSilvestro on the rebound, picks it up. Got it to the blue paint area, looking for a tip, didn't get one. West to Scotty. Scotty with a shot and a whistle before she released the shot. And what have we here?
I think a crease violation is what I saw there.
Ooh, guys, I don't know. Are you really calling a crease violation with a minute left in a semifinal? I mean, I don't really think it was affecting the play.
You can imagine what the Fenwick bench thought of that call, Rudy. Very much to the effect of what you just said.
So Daphnis back in her net for the time being. 1:17 to go as Fenwick wins the draw. And now Daphnis makes the sprint. 6-on-4. Fenwick will dump it in, and that's an icing.
What do we talk about, Dylan?
It's the biggest sin in the world. Anything offsides or icing while you're on the power play, especially here at this stage in the game. That is not what the coaching staff for Fenwick wants to see in this period, and Daphnis will have to go back to her crease. Face off in the Fenwick zone, 1:06 to go in regulation time. This one thrown to the corner, battle for it. Loyola okay with wasting as much time as possible here. Still pinned up against the boards. Eventually it comes free just for a moment, and then the Rambler player taken down, and Fenwick will get possession. Here's Ella Scotti. Up ahead, Di Silvestro. Backhanded out, and Kerrigan finds it. One-on-one with the empty net. She scores! And Loyola, with 35 seconds left, makes it a 4-2 game and may have just secured their spot at the UC.
Ticket punched. The Ramblers ramble on to the UC. 4-2 with 35 ticks of the clock. A huge block, a goal. That'll do things here at the edge. The Ramblers will see you at the UC.
It'll go in the books as a short-handed goal into the empty net. As Loyola wins the face-off and dumps it down, the fans are absolutely loving it here on Loyola's half of the rink. Lauren Smith punches it to the bench area, dumped back down by Fenwick. And Loyola, the lower seed in this contest, found a way to knock out number 2 Fenwick, and they've got a date with the Barrington Phillies on West Madison Street. 4-2 your final. Loyola Ramblers heading to the United Center.
What an emotional moment. What a scene here in Bensonville. The Loyola Ramblers, against all odds, wearing their maroon and gold, will make their way to downtown Chicago. They got a date, like you said, with Barrington. A championship game on deck in 2 weeks. Give credit to the Ramblers. They played a sensational game to clinch their way to the United Center.
And the handshake line commences now, a 4-2 final, including that empty netter with half a minute to go. Don't go anywhere. We're not done yet. Max Anderson standing down at ice level. We'll hear from a player or two. And now he is just, looks like he's summoned over Maddie Quinn, who had a goal in this game. So got a couple other players with him. Max, if you're ready, we will turn it down to you.
Yeah, we'll start here with Maddie Quinn. Maddie, 3 goals in 17 regular season games. You found 3 goals in your first 2 playoff games. Team captain in the state semifinals. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, we knew we had something to prove when we came out here. I think we were underestimated by a lot of teams, so just coming out here and showing that we can be the best.
Being the captain of this team, being the leader of your team, what was your message to the girls, and what are you looking forward to 2 weeks from today?
Just keeping the energy on the bench, having fun with it. We've had a great rivalry with Fenwick, so we didn't want it to end today.
Thank you, Maddie. Go celebrate with your team. Guys, I made a promise to Julia Kerrigan. She asked me to mic her up earlier in the game. I said, unfortunately, we don't have the budget for that, but if you score a goal, I'll interview you. And, of course, she gets the empty netter. So, Julia, the empty netter, to seal it, send your team to the United Center. What'd that feel like?
It feels awesome. I mean, the energy it's amazing out here, you know? We got our big fans over here.
Hey, we couldn't have done it without the fans.
I want to give a shout out to Eliza and Colleen. They're the freshmen that really bring the energy,
They
made us
come to
play.
every single game and cheer us on. We could not have made it to the UC without them.
This is Lily Bone, by the way. A quick shout out to her. Like, we're like Batman and Robin. Like, this is the ultimate duo right here. She had the first goal of the game, pass from me to her in the net. Bang, bang play, amazing. I mean, the energy was awesome.
We'll enjoy the build-up for the next 2 weeks up to the United Center. We'll see you in a couple of Sundays, all right?
Thank you. Yeah.
We'll see you there. Finally, Shira, an assault on net there at the end, but you stood tall to it, kept your team in it, a 4-2 win to lead to the United Center. What are you feeling right now?
It's awesome. I mean, I don't know. I've always wanted to go to the UC since I was a freshman. Freshman year, I think we would have made it, but with COVID, you know. So I'm really happy my senior year we get to go. It'll be awesome.
You've got a 2-week build-up now. What's your thought process, and how do you prepare over the next 2 weeks to play on United Center ice?
You know, just keep practicing. You know, I think I would sort of not really worry about it until, you know, it gets closer, but just do my own thing that I always do, and yeah.
Well, congratulations. Go celebrate your team. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Thank you so much.
Guys, back up to you.
Thank you, Max. So that will do it for our girls' Final Four doubleheader this morning, live from the Edge. And we have our United Center matchup March 19th. It'll be the number 1 seeded Barrington Phillies and the number 3 seeded Loyola Academy Ramblers. A great couple of games, entertaining stuff. And, I mean, for me, I think the 2 teams that deserve it are going.
Absolutely, you hit it on the hit the nail on the head there. The 2 teams that played the best, the 2 teams that deserve to make their way to the UC, are going to the UC, and that's exactly what we got. A great match on deck in a couple of weeks. We'll be there. We'll be ready to go, and I can rest assured knowing that these 2 teams are going to be absolutely ready to go on the 19th.
Well, Rudy, it was an absolute pleasure calling these couple of games with you this morning, and I can't wait to do it again at, obviously, the biggest, highest prestige stadium in Illinois, the United Center, home of the Chicago Blackhawks. It doesn't get much better than that. Barrington and Loyola all set for that meeting. So just to wrap things up, got our huge crew here. Want to make sure we get everyone's name in. We'll start with the people who made this possible at A-High. Executive Director John Dunn, Chairman Jack Weinberg, Director of Communications Jana Crossfeld, and of course on our broadcast crew today, on our 3-camera setup, Matt Freeman, Patrick Loftus, and Joel Schneider. Controlling the clock, our technical engineer, Joe DeGrand. Technical director, Jimmy Olsen. As always, it was Max Anderson down at the benches. Rudy Hodgson to my right. Dylan Ward on the call for you this morning, saying thank you so much for tuning in on YouTube, and we'll see you at the UC on the 19th.